Ajolo in metikane no Wan Luo Tv udiko matin na miro foyo ema kwero mo wetu wa segment eni ni miro mete kiboko lok na wa wachuni wai beru ki welo udiko matin inero kit madugu kwede adugu papat eni pi helmet mi yupo art an pe ati katimu safety precautions ati ka gwake kipto mira Ngwec kwede. I have a colleague who is on a challenge tika riding piri Lela sponsored by EB wa Kenya. Now, Piratek, miringe, ni dano miyo kuogi, minero kinma kikelu kira laga. Omera ni Hakim, Owiny, tika Ngwec mikelu alaga ikabere murumuwa, tika wajini yamama tika aki kumotaka, chiaro malo, pitimo bete tuan. Cities mamegu Kampala, for example, ke chiaro Kampala, cycling lane, less than 6 kilometers, a whole city. In the whole Uganda. The penye kikini wachini, kaki wachini we are saying a safe city. What composes a safe city? Is Kampala a safe city? How? And ngoma weko Kampala beru a safe city. The cycling lane, Chakaki, Namirembe Road, all the way to Loom Street. All Kamani Kenyo, Giko. But in smart cities mukene wachini, it would be prudent if everyone was riding a bike. That is probably the reason me ramononeni EB is coming to make a difference. Ni emission maaki motaka balo ya mawano maro. Ka ini Ngwec kilela is healthy, it's good, it's clean. Your city will be smart. And this is a cause. Ma Hakim tika Ngwec ye. Udiko matin, oye wega jol Hakim. Surprisingly, I was telling Emma yesterday that you happen to be my student in the journalism class. Today you are sitting with me in the same set. You're most welcome.
Yeah, that's a real definition. What goes around comes around. Ina chero
luar ka
duguchen, and yeah, when you're kakinywali, ke don idore dolu nyoro. Pala nyali dore chao goko gi. No, not in that sense. By the way.
Yes.
And amole kimolo madit for mi bere Wan Luo TV, and Wan Luo TV mean wangej ma Paul and ngej Paul Jami yube pingej. Bon mero od meti ye ingogi no pingej. So and for Wan Luo to twal mi bere kamin wangej ma bejo Michael mi don logo and Benetin watikanki yup me promoting Lela ki cycling bero chalo gimo obi yuwo kabero murumuwa environment timaraj yamawa yuayo ni iwani tika ti baleo pimo mutaka makero ni and wilobo weng tika guore mi binu ka chelo ni okay was saving kabero murumuwani nini bien pollution timalo tuo tika nya loka me piny kod petika chwe kero yanki chwe ni down tika toke tije mapol. So charo ana wani there's one action mara mochwalo ne with dano kunge ni yin kere bero la lonyo e bero minister. Cycling is a very safe environmental means of transport. Na kawa adopting wabiti yu babibero kabero wani mabe lutino mawa nywalo ni beno go be inheriting kabero murumu mabe. Ero chake kiwan kawa gwako kabero enuni wilobo wa enemy.
Mafut po achero mabo. That's a clear definition of ngoma tika time. When you keep my watch how we really project what a smart city is. And to anoni of all the cities more Guinea, I don't think they are really smart. And a campaign in the Mediterranean KCCA is a very big motivation. First of all, Mikelo Bokolok, new conversation on smart city campaign, on keeping in safe city lanes, new Omeroke creating. Amero wache eni Piratek. Ento mafutpo achero mabo, ngarmani openya wache ni, ke jokong speedy mana, Hakim mayenga.
Hakim, in a professional world or with the profession people have came like to title me with, I'm a social architecture. Social architecture, bero chalo eneno dano kit kwogi kit resources ma ticket gi na gira mo kit resources eno ni nini sustainably. So idea ango madano tikere intervention ango made designing to promote sustainable use of environmental resources. Because if we don't promote sustainable use of those environmental resources, they will subject us to conflicts. We are going to be fighting for them and it will cause a lot of instability. So as a social architecture, I design interventions that how can we promote sustainable use of environmental resources? Because those very environmental resources, that's where we derive our livelihood from. Yin, paramo bere Wan Luo TV chane ka lokeru, kano futia chamo cham. Cham eno ni ai kwene. Ai ngom ko, ngom ti environment ko. Cham eno ni medon miero kot ko, ka kot pe. So yin bene kere bere parliament. La did mo petie maramo log, mo manyao wi dano, ka futio chamo cham. So actually the first parliamentary member of parliament yeni lafu. Pieni supplying cham pal. Pa member of parliament mati parliament Kampala kanyen. So ka pindika balema lafu peramo fu cham. Chita dano bichako beronini. So in the social architecture, to we architecture kit make war. So in cultural watiki ngom, waramo gwako ngom enuni mape bale ma furu champi na walutino walu. Tino palutino wagube binu ginongo mano tima be nini. Our planning resources enuni nini. So briefly aramo I can talk about it the whole day, but that's in a nutshell.
One of our cousins or one of our friends, Monena, posting on social media, Hakim Wodkwe, what is his story? Kwane tikining uaki kwe. Actually, anawacha why ni nenchalo aki kid gum panyang mate. Chiki peni ngokele Kampala.
Ngokele Kampala.
These are life stories.
These are life
people
stories.
Really want to know.
Yeah.
Briefly, tong wiye.
Yeah. And Lunyoro na originally Gay kabirumo kiloni adilang.
Okay.
Adilang tia gago. Babana no young kiloni kinywaro kinye ni a jot was a very giant man. I didn't even grow half of his size. And you chawa hotel momo chake mano kiloni yupkumi patron. So those were in patron in the early in the 1960s. Latino mano Europe Lela. Kale yupkumi ene numane nenoni. Mano udoi doctor ngogi. So karma pin ballet wangwejo bino kidgum. Yeah? So dona pole weng lurema bulu na weng ngongo intervention no community work chake kidgum. Kidgum achako project mono kloni big deal dialogue. So nge kidgum no ati kidme ayela konyi ngongo gi. Big deal dialogue was about how do you remain focused to achieve your dream life regardless of resource constraint and lack of hope around. That if you stay focused to achieve your life you want, you're a big deal. If you give up and you give your life excuses, you're a small deal. So kikidgum dognya loke win kichakolwani big deal and there local government gagitike yumo yupa bulumo youth center kinyu straight talk loki bulu. Then Kwan bero yela, pian chano bero pe. We come from very humble, struggling families. Not really much. You go with this term, the next time they bargain.
Life is always a struggle, but always hope lives.
Yeah. Then kikidgum actually bero ka kero wang out and in glass. Angela kero glass mo me out ma yue kikidgum kiju ngolo glass to no giki part gi ngongo gi side kiju dano ngea kidgum kiju teke penyo mabe. No chero de ajal I don't nature have exhausted my inspiration here. I appreciated kidgum I'm going to try another adventure in Kampala. Life was hard. I came okay, what should I do with my life? Timothy waiter mo kinyu restaurant nongo fees chere umkat.
That's how I met you at school.
Now that's how we met.
Okay.
Now imagine you doing the waiting job. That is very difficult at night, and you have to be at the class in the morning.
But I think the good thing is, while you were doing the waiting job, you were eating, you had food, unless you had nowhere to sleep, because in class you were always active.
I've never been on the street. When I came to Kampala, I was able to afford a roof for myself.
Good.
So, it's about planning the little resources. Resources will never be enough.
Now Hakim, taking from the stories of life struggles, everyone struggles in life. Dan went taking ups and downs. And Emma is feeling bad because Emma, or when you get to the Emma, this is a young man who was fetching water to take to the father's restaurant. Ni dano miro cham there, and that was really important. And can you
emphasize that we are the inspiration of the cycle.
and the inspiration. But why do you can you enter? Okay, now what? Atamani, you have answered the question. Mangat mono penyo. Kermono dana dera ngwan mono bera penya because they're actually in diaspora. All this diaspora community, they are watching. They're really seated on TV. I'm here watching. We are sharing briefly story by Hakim. But give me a bit of tech. What time we wange eno berunga ento yo machek chek. Kuno atika duguchen on his cycling journey. Give me a watching. While I was lecturing him in school, there's a time when he got lost from class. And the only time I realized he came to me watching, hey, my brother, I am walking. I am going to walk. What are you meaning? I am going to walk up to Addis Ababa. What are you going to do in Addis Ababa? Transport pay? Can we mobilize for you transport? What you know, it's not about transport, it's not about money. Up to now, when I said you walked from here up to Addis Ababa, Emma was saying, are you sure? Now everyone matika munyatika wachine kone kane bet page why longopa. What inspired you to walk before we come back to the cycling issue?
We all know there's a lot of great speeches. And of course, speeches come from decisions, and that's where the action comes from. So there's this ambitious African Agenda 2063.
Where we learn actually.
Okay. Man agenda 2063 agenda maga alibario kipiara bichel we are there. We are going to be very old people at that time. But the people are like, if they are 10, 15, those are going to be the decision makers. Dano enoni gipeki ngech come agenda enoni. So aniginu bela yellow we ani one waramoch achieving agenda enoni nini kabo yene wapeki ngech ye kong mi acel. Like it was a decision that was made at AU. The leaders are aware of it. It's on internet. Just through Googling. I saw the agenda. Very ambitious agenda. Economic empowerment, gender equality, environmental conservation, and African integration. Like, very good, articulated agendas. But we don't know about it. So do you achieve agenda by a passage of time? Or you take deliberate actions and you create pathways to achieve it? So I went on the journey like, okay, how can I play a part of that agenda? So most of these agendas, we are the custodians of those agendas. Without we as individuals, kapo chwalo tam eno ni watimu kijami wai action man nok wa timu ni para ma achieving more. Aworo aloka-loka universities, community, I'm showing them by example that if you know how to read, if agenda talk about quality education during your holiday, chelfoni lutino kikwano book in neighborhood. They don't have to be many. Get up the routine and be chicken per neighbor. They are struggling with school. Take 30 minutes. Go read for them a story. That story will inspire that kid. And I will prepare that kid to make a world a better place. Simple action like that. Kakama oyaro piye, ka kwanyo piye, yone tielum, tuolkayo dano. Take a simple hole. 5 members can clear that hole. You save someone from a snake bite. Simple community action like that. That's how community gets built. So that's what I was interacting with. Universities, political leaders, ambassadors. I had opportunity to meet ambassador. I was hosted by Australian ambassador then in Kenya, and we had a dialogue at their embassy. So just a simple action to show that I'm willing to effect change. People gave me great reception. I was talking to police. Kenyan police supported me a lot. People supported me, So that's how I wanted to contribute to Agenda 2063.
Well, wafo emeteka meno inspiration mo iloko makim. Kama dugu kumbeti wapcherwa nero, which goal is he trying to achieve?
Nongjame pa Sam's Snacks e supermarket duju matilo baman. Sam's Snacks.
Afo edu kiyo emacheka na wachi TV channel mama na wanen kit mo du kwere ato carefully joining TV nyofuri yabo TV ni yaba watie kanka boko loki ubegi wachi maaki kumalame Uganda man Hakim Owiny entika wachi imiru Ngwec kelera mea ke Uganda michar wa Kenya ento pingo tika Ngwec wachi merkelo aloka-loka ikaber morumuwa iyo mapat kitma ene tamani ono mirbet kwere tika bere wachi ikar mo karangeji timu jima duong ento kumbedi no wa kikono wameti wa lok kwere ngo mukelo tam iwiye mi Ngwec kelela. What inspired you for this particular role?
Ginukelo Foyo, that's a very important question. Ginukero tam enuni. There was a meeting, head of states we are having, African head of states. Then President Ruto announced that Africa Climate Week is going to take place in Nairobi in September. Then, you know, those meetings are not new to us. If you ever attended a meeting like that, there's always a head of speech. They come and give statistic, technical language, intellectual. Very good to spread information. But for me, I want to take a simple action to demonstrate that how we can affect all the messages we communicate through speeches. That if policymakers gukero line, check, gukero line, menyono melela, igurua weng, miudano kare, metiu kilera piano tie safe. No gipelwaro mutako bigoyo gi. Echawa ni cities wapole ngwejo kilera peti safe. Kele dano miero bet. Kele dano miero ngwejo kele pien line menyono lela pere. Yeah? And dano mkene gwani paramo kakatich mano kwokti magi ngo kibon maleng. Option dong tie watiki lela matiu ki ngo. Ki umeme, matiu ki match. Me charging, e-bikes. Ma kele ramoto e-bikes enuni, they're also available. Enuni konyo wa reducing carbon footprint. Carbon footprint ramo translating mini we dano gunianga.
Yamuma ki teach ki motaka.
Ki mo
ma ki motaka. Ani yam iruma ki motaka machiaro malo.
Yes. And yamenuni tie enu bebero take a balongo kin bero muru mwani court petika bini karma dano miere court enuni. So, and when me reducing yamenuni, Lela is an adoptable solution, is environmentally smart, Kadano promoting cycling culture, and with the innovation we are getting e-bikes, electric bikes, to aid on that process, as we think of other ways how we can mitigate climate change, reduce air pollution, and also reduce environmental degradation.
No, challenge.
So, I'm line Lela enuni ken.
You want a safe lane
in
the city.
Lane in
which
Kampala.
I think is matamani PMK Nero, the rate of road carnage in Uganda, road crashes is becoming a public health problem in Uganda because about 3,000 people lost their lives on our roads, and most of them are pedestrians. Not even the people in the car, surprisingly. Enter when the safe lanes are there. However, even when the crashes happen, people are just like quick to say it is the carelessness of the driver. People forget. When you're talking about road design, road safety, and road safety in the city, there are three things: engineering, enforcement, the design, and policy. Policy, culture. And culture. That now goes to the individuals, which comes with the behaviors of the road users. Don't come along, your focus is on the design and the policy. Because the policy makers must talk what the city should be like. However, can design. Our roads were designed for the 90s. Or actually, not even the 90s. Our roads were designed for the 60s. Now, you're talking about the 2000 generation. Why should we talk about bikes? Why should we talk about cycling lane? How important is Ngwec? Because downtown, you would be cruising a V8. Mirroring direct to Kenya in less than how many hours? But you're going for days. You take Ngwec. Pangayo, kay miro watching Garmon, Wanyangni, Pingo, Mirking Ngwec, Pingo, Sito Mirobin Malane, Pingo, the cycling lane.
I'll approach it from the technical standpoint. We have to make a decision as a civilization that we either decide to incur financial cost or we decide to incur environmental cost.
Clever, Choli.
Waramo cost waramo chulu mechene onyo wabi chulu mikaberu muru muani o. And kaberu muru muani kay chulu wele tek papi chule. Bien manyuri ni chamu bi berope dano bito kituo like lueny ikindano bi berotie bien dano bichako lueny pijami kwa knock. So that's a dilemma. That's a question which has no, it's not a problem and solution. It's a decision we have to make. When it comes to alternative or development ideas like this, you're dealing with dilemmas. Dilemmas mean you have contradicting ideas. But if you make a wrong decision, you will pay for its cost. And if you make a right decision, you're going to gain its benefit for the rest of your time. So we either decide right now if you want to save our children. Lutino mawa nywalo gitin kabero muru mgini wabi wero bero nini no pio baleo ngomo baleo kene bero ki bank account machwe maromene teke ngomo kanya gichamo kwanye cham yepe yamagi yweni weletek. You know, heart diseases, they are related, lungs diseases, they are related to air pollution. In your treatment, lung disease, very expensive. So even if you have billions on your account, when you contract lung diseases, that means you're going to spend all of your life. We have a simple decision, it's an e-bike, reducing air pollution enoni. So it comes back to policy, culture revolution. Culture ni, yinke ngoyo kimuta kama dit, etamo pi la what? Etamo pi la nyon kilela. Pebedon, you don't have a big car syndrome, ni anagogi mo iken. Yeah, so it goes back to civility, to policy, to laws, and all that.
Hakim, maybe awabi yabola in wawa chachokani. If you have time, you want to ask Hakim a question. Nyemir penyu an, nyemir penyu en, nyemir penyu tammi. Pegimo iken matika time line tie tuolo. Ento mafut pe cha ogoy team. Wekong apen Hakim. Hakim, KCCA ngayatene there's intention to create a smart city. You know, creating what we call the cycling lane. And a cycling lane, Mati Kampala, is not enough. When you look at a route like I'm going to Entebbe, Entebbe should be having a cycling lane because it would be one of the most interesting cycling lanes in the country. Yeah. One, the stretch is long, it's clean, and it's very organized. And we don't have these. Are you quoting them? Because we are going to get more bikes in town.
Yeah.
I would want to buy an e-bike. But where am I going to ride it from? With the jam in Kampala? How safe am I? When I know even all the drivers, even the most educated, personally don't know what they're doing on the streets. So, challenge, conflict of interest, drivers, border, cycling lanes in Kampala are being abused. You go where, let's go there now, you see. It has turned into a parking lot for borders. Where is enforcement? Are you talking these things to KCCA? If you're not talking, is this one thing you want to move as in your agenda? Because to start with change, it's also to enforce policies on a realistic perspective. Tamitikwe ilok boni cases here.
Yeah, I involving a choyo gileta. If you're engaging government institutions, it's communication. I reached out to them. I sent them a letter. I have evidence. I reached out to Minister of Works and Transport. But on the other side, like, I think time, due to bureaucracy, it takes process for these people to, institution to respond. And also they have other priorities on their agenda. But nevertheless, I'm insisting, even after this cycling, I want to work with medias to make this message sink to policymakers. I want to start collaborating with policymakers, working with the engineering schools, like those who design roads, design the city for the future. It would be very interesting to talk to engineering schools, say engineering class at Chambogo, Makerere, and see who are the engineers for the future.
That's for the design?
For design, for usage, for implementation. All these people are involved. Even the media itself, Wan Luo, they're involved in driving messages like this. And that's why, I'm here, you had my communication and you came, we found it very important. So through this media, the policymaker will be able to give us attention. Then the city planner will be able to give us attention. Then the decision maker, then the finance. So it's a multi-dimensional approach. Chalo anen can, Lutera, I don't give you numbers. Duana acel kekene petimugimo. It's just like a toothpaste on the mountain. Petimugimo is like, but Wan Luo mero duangi komwa. Dano enuni, they get environmentally conscious. Gukero duangi. Now they start asking environmentally conscious questions. They start revolutionizing their culture that I don't have to display niana alone by buying a gasoline car. It's very simple. We have seen rich people abroad cycling. Matter of fact, when you go to Europe,
the French president goes to work on a bike, riding. That's all. It's easy.
It's easy. So this arrogant display, like nyana ron, kingongo, ki mutaka madon, makero yamo. If you calculate your carbon footprint, you're causing more harm to your children. You're taking to expensive school that
no.
It's not even worth doing.
I bet sure I am thinking we have 25 buses that ply the northern route every day, every night.
Yeah.
And I am starting to think each of those bus companies should plant around 100 trees along the northern route. In 10 years, would be having the canopy within. Kampala and watching this initiative, probably they don't understand.
No. That's where the culture set need to take shape. People need to understand because the trees are very important in sinking in carbon and also adopting e-bike, like e-buses. This technology is coming, but it needs policy, it needs finance, it needs decision, and also the people who use these facilities, this new infrastructure, the sustainable city infrastructure, need to wake up to start demanding and asking the right question.
Afoy mate kafuriti Wan Luo TV udiok matin wa yabod line chimwa dong iromo penyo Hakim iromo penyo an iromo penyo Tammy e Wan Luo TV eto gima pira tek Hakim tika Ngwec ki Lela me niano kitinga yani tika akikan ati obuchero wa Kenya tika temo Ngwec pingo Ngwec ki Lela mikela laka ikabedi murumuwa. The lines are open, chual SMS, chual message, chual WhatsApp, go ochim ilok Hakim pay bet kuno e wek gini bot an kena chinjo wayni eni kanamo mamegwa in ki an watikara chel iberuka lupu programi mi la pen kira chele ken bot Hakim ento kirika watika bokolok mo watika nema chawa kita watika word kwere Hakim la pen tie why e-bike why e-bike
you have no carbon footprint
dok leba choli
yamu mabalo kabiro muru mwani no pere keti ki e-bike and enuni in your transport is the DNA of any city. Part in me binu kany any netiu kingo.
Tin pa mer voli. Tin jamu bero te akabere mutaka ta pia lo. Weka gam chimpangar moni kany. Wan Luo TV hello?
Yes, boss.
Yes.
Jo ni.
Acho mabe cho ni.
Afoy jo.
Atie. Opobo wacha tami.
Antaba mete chiel. Kina nyi no wacha ni kilobo no be mo ko nyi. Eno pero tige te chinkan gina dano bino ke pegi they don't buy eno tameling mer mabe ka ke go yamo madan tiu ke be mada
Wana foi mate
an bedong ka cha me right mamega
ine be rin dakwe
jero wa patch
you have a challenge with riding from Kampala to Apache. Well, that is good. One wishing in luck. Gwagami helmet mamega makwa me dear anyway Ngwec kwere ibi po paro piri
kono no be no dimi anu be makonye be
the 28th being New Vision
wa parko now we be flagging Kim kini the Pierre bor ki in New Vision head offices in Ramandongo kare ingole iberu part of the flag off that is critical
afoy
attack yes Hakim yene la wo ni Ngwec ki Lela mapat ana waje ema waje ngengo abi challenge yira bi ko la Pierre kon ena Ngwec kwede but there's a call here let's listen to yes hello Wan Luo TV afoy mate akitini ni
boyjo
watika lok ke la dit ngani watika guess wa ko ngenyo
motaka Hakim ko man kasimio
yes me ami mobende
atie ba boy
mobende choni
mobende potu do nyiba
yes watch watami
ikende chenkaye potu renga
endo unu ton yeno weng Utika Pierre yen? Ni ko ton yen don't cry about the rains not coming because you cut the trees. But then one thing initiative community the green space must be maintained. That's why we're bringing the e-bikes and the challenge take on. Endo Piraj, what tell me?
Actually now. Ana ko ka kimba.
Go for it.
Gari ko mi nyona pati nang ni nyon gari. Ko pe yito boda yito taxi we hako pat.
No, Christiaan Pleijsier, I'm going to talk to Chris and quote him to give me a bike. The last 10 years, I'll be the EB ambassador in Uganda.
Wekong helmet to bet kana ba jelo anda bilu kana wilo gana cha ko nyon ko na.
Casimiro, before I will tell him. Hakim, yeah, these are fans who are watching. Casimiro is calling all the way from Mubende. You had a call coming in from Jinja. And I forgot to tell, Hakim is coming through Jinja. So you should be one of the guys waving at Hakim as he's doing the ride. It's very, very critical. Yeah. At least you can wait for him. The e-bike is the only signature tune on the road. But watching out. Yes, hello? Wan Luo TV, hello?
Hello, Wan Luo TV.
Yes, hi, Nenedi.
I'm a parent Warum Stanley, Kitintali.
Warum Stanley, Kitintali.
Yeah.
Yes, parpet jegane.
Arvarati masagana foyo talent pa Owiny.
Yes.
Ngiyo ela recha kunen talent pa emission nange bidongo. Kite mai chakurulen pare mebe katum kurupili cheru. I restaurant pa mai pare kicha. Nwaji talent pare chako kecha. Echa foyo ken para chelmer. Aya penji para dokutia chel bango Owiny. Kite same wecho uruto ko paro merengo gari de Kenya. Nwango era rebedi de Kenya echa nyeberi Uganda Kenya. Dakario echa ka connecting nyenedi rengo gari from Uganda to Kenya.
Wafoi matek.
For penji barati.
Critical question mateka bina rio ni is climate remarks par ruto ni. Unoine ti Kenya. Kapo noi Kenya, what inspired you to take action on Ruto's comment and statement? Kidong mi ario, Lela, the connections you're making, Minani, Jimmy and Obiano, how did it happen? That is a question that's coming in. Let's take this and then we can respond to them briefly. Wan Luo TV, hello.
That's a question that's coming in. Let's take this and then. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Wan Luo TV, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Pato.
Yes.
Yes, hello.
Unu choni ngo.
Wacho mabe choni ning. Directing a TV manok, directing a TV
program oni ba.
Wafoyo.
Aya iwinya.
Yeah, tika winyi.
Anye Jeff Solomon.
Yes, Joe, iti go chimi kwe.
Anya Jeff Solomon ate go chim kinaguru.
Yes.
Naguru.
Wati winyi?
Program mama be maraj. Nyeru kadiki ta mama be ente ngeni Uganda anyway. Uganda tia bale da bala deni.
Well, atamani ubiri choka TV tika lok meti win ngoma tika time ento bene tika karo kitama mege but we beru kidaka manok me gam calls. Hello, Wan Luo TV?
Hey, Pat.
Yes.
Ma mer Jono Kaya.
Yes, Mr. Kaya.
Utini ni unakim.
Watie mabe inu tie kining.
Asia na makim te wa imo.
Ki wuan ke kuma we.
Pe wa ko makim ma pede tem wa kitoka te ko we.
Woda dilang anu.
We don't nema me pa ma te. Ki ma tie ba? Asi ti ten te kam ma ti ti ma ma ke ka po e ki ma te ni ke da ki ni Wan Luo TV we dan we ni me ti ka ro ne de la pe me. Rio ka ra char we tuan bu piny. Me penye ki ni ti Kampala kan ringo me na di ni o gulu. Aya pe emo ke tem da mer penye wot mo wor ke ti ane mo char we Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, yes. Addis Ababa.
Uter kar marum mene me o gulu.
Wafoi mater.
Kita me char Kenya mo be char mo ba me romo ter kar marum me o gulu. Ana poi ma terra tim go babu niti kun.
John Okaya. Hello, Mr. John.
Atia wini.
Wano ti tamni chingbar jama kim tika ake kanyo mirwa wan chelo lotia na chuli mo ti Kampala wa bo iro di. Chidong watamni in maila dieta no mir ine bien ku di ni wa kwa mi latino chat kwere woti bang ne yo. Mero tama ba wa kwa gam chimo kene.
Okay, ruwete kami ne ito kamati pero makono wala mo kon nyati nguli unong pia maramo ire.
Yes, briefly. Chawatika two more. Let's cut it briefly.
Yeah.
The few questions. One, how many days did it take you to ride from here to Gulu? Mia Rio, how long did it take you to get to Ethiopia on foot? Mia Dek, how long do you project this journey over Tearo? Kidong question pak mukana mo biyo chane.
Yeah. Question mo biyo chane ngeche nini ono ake kanyi. Engeo TV ni chayu lowo weng. Jote actually me Canada magiti kaneno
Luo TV comedy. Yes.
So I bet Uganda kanyi. I bet kaneno TV head of states they are talking about climate and then that's where the inspiration started. Then kanyi michero Kenya. What michero Addis Ababa hotel Duyario. Yeah. Then enini me kanyi michero Kenya cheni aboro.
Wow.
And in aboro enuni pieno engaging community abibero ka local community mapat pa dano bibero ka jola. Yeah, briefly tie kumeno.
Yeah, after Mateka, we are kada gam chimia gike, and then immediately we'll be bringing in another guest who will be doing the handover. Yes, hello? Sharon, hello? Hello?
Oh, Sharon, Lela.
Yes, Sharon, Lela tiningo.
Ningo.
Otia beri tiningo.
Hello.
Otia winyi Sharon.
Lela tia be.
Yes, what you tell me?
Ada para poyo buka upa.
What for you, Ben?
Penyo do gore no Pero pero pieno mira haburi me go feeling well. Don't be one you ni do what a bad and from go a bad. Wala yo ni no to ha be no to ha. Ina me be I got jonya. You go to the baby, like in a dog malaria.
What for him attack? Yeah, Sharon, watching Lela endo give mamiro dan wo ke me ko de ke beri motaka no iberi ni beam ne olo ke mago Lela, you feel the pressure and that is very critical. Now kinataka temekumeni we are going to have one of our friends from EB, the main sponsor pa Owiny. Hakim, you have a special call coming in from a long distance. Hello, Wan Luo TV. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, pa.
Yes. Watika lockinga kikwe.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull you what there. I'm going to Juba.
Yes. Watika when
Michael from Juba.
Yes, how is Juba, Michael?
Amaro, it says nothing to mana.
Oh, network. Yeah. So the network tika yenge. One for you. This is Michael from South Sudan. He's in Juba, but we have lost him because of network issues. But Atamani Tikumaru, Atamani, we will do the handover of the bike right now. Hamza, am I guided? Atamani, yeah, we will invite Chris over to the stage. Chris, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, just somewhere there. No, you can stand. We are going to get up as well. Yes, Hakim, I think for you, I don't know. Iramo flipping off.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, Kaforite Wan Luo TV, watie kan kamio Lela it Hakim. Man any Lela Mainoni is being sponsored by EB, and our colleague Chris is going to officially hand over the bike. Watika getting a bit of the instructions. Mena kirmatikwere kono watika chere ia gike me program megwa. I think Chris ubukwanyo Lela. I don't know which one you're handling to Hakim. Okay, we'll just take it over in the front. So Chris is officially handling the bike to Hakim on Wan Luo TV. EB proudly making it happen. Thank you so much. And Hakim? Yeah, here's your bike.
Good luck.
Cheers to the champion.
Thank you very much. And I would like to thank EB for being a big partner in sponsoring sustainable cities, promoting e-mobility to protect environment and promoting smart environmental solution. And let's adopt cycling as a culture that is environmentally smart. It's not for poor people. It's a smart means of transport to protect our environment. As I said, we either incur financial cost or we incur environmental cost. So the decision is ours. Thank you very much, EB.
Thank you.
For sponsoring this cause.
Wafoi matek man eni don wajatini Wan Luo TV tika wot watika don ento po tika don ken watika don kidano mapat kun bero watika nene kero madano tikwede omir waneni wa kero chingwa iye. We are proud to be partnering with this with Hakim, also bringing the cycling challenge, and to Wamir Wajani, let's keep an eye. Hakim is taking off on Monday from Vision Group head offices. Kamawai flagging in officially. Ginmapira Techni, everyone who wants to see the flag off, come be with us on Monday. We'll be broadcasting it live on TV, but there's trademark on the road. Those who are following him, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. The hashtag is cycling, safe cycling lane. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are.
You can tag me Owiny123.
I'm on Twitter, it's Pat Robert Larubi. Instagram and Larubi. Facebook, same name. We'll be bringing this challenge to the biggest population ever. Let's make it happen. Udiko Martin, Uyewara for Jumati Camera. I'm here for your Enoch. I'm here for your Dan. I'm here for your our lead producer, Hamza, and the chief producer this morning, Emma Aquero, and our senior guys, Cloud Omona and our Okia, for a great work well done. It's time to leave. We are cycling with EB out of the studio, and I'll be a co-driver to the show. Have a good morning. Till then.